Oh, thank you for watching this video. In this video, I'm gonna talk about how to enter vendor supplier expenses in QuickBooks Online. And QuickBooks is used, worldwide, and they use it. Each country they use this differently. In the U.S., most of the bank accounts are connected, and it will download and categorize. In many parts of the world, they don't have a bank feed yet. So basically, they just manually enter expenses in QuickBooks Online. And even over here, if you have bookkeepers doing entering expenses, and if it's a little bit bigger business, they enter manually. And then when the bank feed come in, you just match it. So uh, I did the video about 10 years ago, uh, and so this was 10 years ago, back in January 25th, 2014. That was my first video regarding this topic, and it was a big success, like 179,000 views. That's big back then. So I just thought do another video now regarding expenses. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channels and leave a comment if you have a question. So now I'm going to go to QuickBooks Online and go over uh, expenses. Okay, so you're on QuickBooks Online, and many users, I don't know, they even click this new thing. So this is where I'll be focusing on plus new. So this plus new is uh, manually entering expenses and customers invoices. Okay, and they also have in here, if you can do it from here too, expenses. So I'm going to focus on this plus new. Click this one, and you can see here is vendor suppliers. Underneath you'll see all these, and I'm going to go over all those. So the what's the difference between expense, check, and bill? Okay. So the expense is basically if you are entering credit card charges. I'll just click this one. Okay. So you select your vendor, and then you select your payment account. It could be your bank account, or it could be your credit card account. You know. Uh, and this is different than writing check. And if it's a credit card account, basically you just use your credit card and you want to enter it here, and you have a receipt, you can attach it here, uh, and sometimes you can use your bank uh, debit card, and so you just select your bank account, whatever says checking, like this, and if it's a credit card type, and then you select your credit card account like this. Okay, and then you start categorizing the expenses, whatever expenses you have. Category detail, this goes to your chart of accounts, and it will show up in your P&L. And if you are in business tracking inventory, then you go to item details, not the category details. So that's the difference. In if you don't see item details, it's possible you don't have a plus or advanced. If you have a simple or a lower simple start, you won't have the item detail, only the category details. It goes directly to P&L. Okay, and then you have a few things in here. You can, depending upon what plan do you have and setup do you have, you can do the settings a little bit. In this case, I have category, description, and amount, and You want to make this expenses billable back to your customer and the markup rate. And if you're using this for your project and the class, uh, so it's possible you don't have all this. Maybe it could be just without these, columns. Okay, and now I'm going to go to check. You're writing manual checks, and you just want to enter it here, and you select your bank account. Uh, it's just your for the QuickBooks. So and once you can print it. Or say print later or print now. You just create print check number and print it. It's the same thing in here. Okay, and then the other one is bill. So the bill, I'm just going to go to both at the same time. Okay, so bill and pay bill. So, bill basically you received a vendor bill and they gave you term and you can pay it, 10 days or 30 days like that. And it will create accounts payable. And then when you're ready to pay it, you just use the pay bill. It will show up your vendor bill. Okay, so it's the same thing. In this case, as you can see here, there is no bank account on your screen because this is creating your accounts payable. So bill is your expense. It could be expense or it could be balance sheet item too, but basically it will create accounts payable. So debit is your certain account, and then credit is your accounts payable. Okay, and the screen is the category details is the same screen, and this is where it's select a term. If you did it, 15 days, it will automatically count. It will save what time frame you want. Okay. And then if you need to set up the terms, then you need to go to the gear icon and uh, like in here, the gear icon, go to accountant settings, and under expenses, you will see terms here. So you can change the terms, whatever you want, terms, so that's your default, change the 15 and save it. So that would be your default. You can still change it on the screen, but this is your default one. Okay. So now we've gone through expense, check, bill, and pay bills. Okay, now the next one is a purchase order. Some supplier, you order certain stuff, and they want to see your purchase order. So purchase order looks like this, and you just create a purchase order, and in here, once you receive it, then you receive the items, and then it will close itself. Uh, so once you receive it, you can either pay it right away, writing checks, or a ATM card, or you can just create a bill, convert to bill. This is convert to bill. Okay. So and then you can just save and close. So in here you can see it here. You have two things: save and new and save and send. So if you want to just send this by email, you just write the vendor's email and just send it. Okay, and then so the vendor credit is you bought stuff. Let's click this one. It's a reversal of bill. So you have a bill, and uh, you know you bought some supplies from your vendor, and you don't like it, and vendor said, "Oh, just go ahead and send us back," and you did, and now they owe you some money on this one. So create vendor credit. The screen. The screen still looks the same. So basically, what will happen is it will reverse your your accounts payable. It will show as a debit to your accounts payable. Okay, and now the next one is a credit card. It's the same thing, except this one, if you have used the credit card and you return it, let's say you bought something from Amazon and you return it, and they give you credit on your credit card, and so that's when you use this one. And the category you want to use is not income. This is not your income. Just use the same original account number you used when you bought it. Okay, and then the print check is whenever you are creating your bill, or you want to write a check, or write, then it will show when you set up as to print, it will show up in here and then print it. And you have to have a computer too. So we can preview and print. So it will list all the bills, and you can print it. It will basically, you have check stuff there. So you have to have a computer check. Okay, and now the next one is add vendor. So if you just want to add vendor, you can do it separately, like this. Or when you are creating transaction, you can just add from there too. So it's a new one, just plus new, add new, it goes to the same place. Okay. So this is one way. So that's about it it covers all these, And if you're writing this and some reason you are also bank downloading it, you want to match it because you already created these transactions in QuickBooks, and you don't want to add from your bank feed and creating duplicate transactions. You need to match it. Okay, so this is one way, and the other way is going directly to your vendor. Let's go to expenses, with expenses in here, and then select the vendors. Okay, and select any vendor you want, and in here it's a new transaction, so it'll give you bill, expense, check, purchase, everything's in here too. So this is the individual vendor you want. It works the same, and you can update your vendor profile in here, like that. Okay, so that's about it on this one. And if you need to change any settings for these, you just go to the gear icon, as I've gone through, already done that. The account and settings and expenses. This is your settings. These are all the settings you have for the expenses. Okay, so hopefully this is helpful to you. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye.